Welcome to Cloud Infrastructure Services YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to show you how you can set up a proxy server using Squid Cache on Azure. So simply click the link in the description box to come to this marketplace listing for Azure, and from here you want to create a new virtual machine with this particular image. Now this image comes with pre-installed proxy server using Squid Cache. So from this marketplace listing, simply click on Get It Now. After that, click on Continue. And then from this product page, you want to click on Create, which is going to redirect you to this page from where you can customize your virtual machine. So choose yourself a subscription and then choose a resource group by either creating a new one or by choosing an already existing one. And after that, simply give your virtual machine a deployment name. So I'm going to call it Proxy. And then choose the zone or region where you want to deploy this virtual machine. After that, make sure that the image is the one that you got from the link in the description box and choose the size of the virtual machine according to your requirements as well. And then provide details for the administrator account, because these are the credentials that we would be using to connect to the RDP connection of our virtual machine. After that, simply click on Review plus Create. And then you would have to wait for the validation process to complete. Once the validation process is done, you want to click on this Create button right here, which is going to actually create that virtual machine. And then you would have to wait for the deployment process to complete. Once the deployment process is done, the next step is to connect to a virtual machine using an RDP connection. For that, simply click on Go to Resource. And then from this overview page, we are going to click on Connect and choose RDP. After that, we simply click on this button that says Download the RDP file. And once that RDP file is downloaded, click on it to establish a remote desktop connection. But this is going to ask you that if you want to connect to it or not, so choose Connect. And then it is going to ask you for the credentials. On this page, you want to click on More Choices and then use a different account, and then you want to provide the credentials that you created for the administrator account while creating this virtual machine. After that, if you are prompted, click on Yes and then wait for the remote desktop connection to be established, and once that is done, you want to wait for the Windows server to completely load. Now once the Windows server has completely loaded, you want to click on this icon that says Squid Server Tray. Now this is going to give you this tray icon for Squid Cache. And then you want to right click on this Squid for Windows and click on Open Squid Configuration. Now in here you can add in the IP addresses of the users that are going to be using your virtual machine's IP address as a proxy. So this ACL stands for Access Control List. And this local net is actually a group name that we have given to all of these IPs. Now these are all the IPs that have been granted access to the proxy server. Now if you want to remove any one of these, simply put a hash symbol at the start of its line. And if you want to add in a new IP address or you want to grant a new user the access to the Squid proxy, simply type in ACL and then you can give a separate name, or you can give the same group name, which is local net, and then SRC, which is going to define the source, and then the IP address of your client. Once you have added the IP address of the client machine that you want to grant access to this Squid server, then you want to make sure that the group name of that IP address is enabled. And then you want to make sure that HTTP access space allow space the name of the group under which the IP was assigned is written in this configuration file. Since we had our group equal to local net, so that is why we don't have to worry about writing a new line. But in case you have written your group as something else, then you would have to type in http:/access space allow space the group name over here. Once that is done, you want to save this configuration file, exit from it, and then right click on the tray icon and click on Stop Squid Service. And once that is done, you want to again start the Squid service. Now that user has been granted access to this Squid server. Now if you want to set up your client side, what you need to do is that you need to open up the proxy setting on the client machine, and in here you need to allow this use a proxy server, and then for the address side you need to type in the IP address of your virtual machine. Now to get the IP address, head back to portal.azure and click on Overview, and then copy this public address and paste it inside the proxy server, and then make sure to use the port number as 3128. After that, you can simply exit from this dialog box and you are connected to your Squid proxy. Now that brings us to the end of this tutorial. Now if you have any queries regarding this tutorial, make sure to leave that query in the comment section down below. And make sure to check out the link in the description box for the marketplace listing for Azure and also for the step-by-step blog post guide on how to set up proxy server using Squid Cache. And if this video has helped you in any way, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel.